Hello everybody, I'm Tamara Johnson and I go to Georgia Piedmont Technical College. I'm going to start my presentation off with a quote from Enos. Without the organ donor, there is no story, no hope, and no transplant. But when there is an organ donor, life springs from death, sorrow, turns to hope, and a terrible loss becomes a gift. Enos. Good evening, class and fellow peers. My persuasive speech tonight will try to encourage you on why you should become an organ donor. I believe it is our duty to become an organ donor because being an organ donor will help you save lives of many people. Many people do not like talking about being an organ donor because it involves talking about death and dying. Being an organ donor has its advantages because it will ensure the lives saved of many people who really need the help to live. Not all people will agree with me because being an organ donor has its drawbacks, such as you think what's going to happen to your body after you die. But being an organ donor will benefit many people you never would have thought you had the effect on. There are many myths that are associated with being an organ donor, such as listed from WebMD. Myth number 1, that if you become an organ donor, the hospital staff and doctors will do less to help save your lives. In the event of a tragedy, in fact, this is false, only because the hospital staff and doctors will do more to help ensure your life because your organs and tissue will be of more value for saving other people's lives. Myth number 2, you may feel you are not in the best health. While this may be true that most people are in the best of health, it doesn't necessarily disqualify you from being an organ donor. Only because doctors and medical staff can determine if your organs and tissues are suitable for transplant, so don't automatically count yourself out. Being an organ donor can make a huge difference on other people's lives by helping them possibly live longer life after we're no longer here, as stated by the NebraskaMed.com. Although there are some setbacks to being an organ donor, such as you may feel as if nobody will want your organs and tissues after you have died. In fact, that is false. There are thousands of people who are waiting on organ transplant who have probably been waiting for years that have been there and then there are less fortunate who have died waiting for a simple organ to be given to them. Only because most people don't understand and recognize the great benefits of being an organ donor to others. It is said that not only can you save one life, but you can save up to 75 lives just alone with your one body. And that to me is one of the great benefits of being an organ donor. It makes me feel good that I can help as many people as I could just by simple suggestion printed on my driver's license. I know some people feel as they are not trustworthy of the medical profession, meaning that they feel the medical profession will not do the right thing by their organs and misuse them, and this is also not true. I have not read where it has been said this happens. I have only read the great benefits, and that's why I have chosen to become an organ donor myself. If you are a minority, you have the best chances of saving many people's lives because with your organ and tissue, there is a great need to help people who suffer from issues that solely affect the kidneys, lungs, and heart. With certain blood types, which is necessary for organ donors, transplants, the need for minority organ donors are especially high. Although there are few setbacks other than saving lives, which is the greatest fact of them all, most people will still not want to become an organ donor. And my question to them is why? If you would like to be an organ donor, the best way is to have it listed on your driver's license, just like mine. You can see it. It says organ donor by the heart. Have it listed on your driver's license. Tell your family or register with your state's donor registry at organdonor.gov. The great need to becoming an organ donor has steadily increased over the years, so there is a louder outcry for the need to become an organ donor, now more than ever, as the wait list continues to grow. So in closing, I urge you to reconsider, because I feel it is our duty, it will benefit others, and it has its rewarding advantages. If you have not chosen to become an organ donor because the life saved by us is the best gift that we can give to our fellow man or woman, and if you are an organ donor just like me, I say thank you for the gift you have chosen to give. Thank you.